Good morning, guys. Welcome to this week's devotionals. I'm going to entitle this week's series The School of Faith. Today's title is The Right Attitude Towards Trials. This whole week's going to be in James 1. So if you want to read it this week, do it. It's awesome. I'm going to start in James 1, verse 2. James says, "My brothers and sisters, consider it nothing but joy when you fall into all sorts of trials." So generally, tough times don't inspire joy in most people. In my case, it usually inspires moaning and groaning. And I think a lot of you would also agree. And what's interesting that when James says to count joy when you fall into trials, he's not saying that you need to be joyful for the trials themselves. What he's actually saying is that you need the joy in the trials. And that's a cool perspective. But the first question that I have is why be joyful in these things? And after doing some research, I saw that this one guy said that um, trials aren't curses, they're not punishment, they're testings. And just like tests demonstrate to students what they've learned, so trials show us if we pass, but not pass out. That's just thought was beautiful. And this whole joyful thing isn't a joyfulness that is mixed with grief, while you're going through these like difficult times. This joyfulness is a full, perfect joyfulness that can only come through understanding that all external trials are part of God's plan. And um, when we are surrounded by trials, we are called to answer those trials in joy and trusting in God's plan. And that's the part for today. For me, this just begs the question of like, but how do I find joy in these trials? And that is something that I'll cover on Wednesday. But I really hope that you know that you are loved and that we love you. Hope you have a good day.